What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, and hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. But anyway, man, Brett Favre's defamation case against the Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe has been dismissed. Right? If you don't know, Brett Favre was suing Shannon Sharpe for defamation of character because Shannon was dragging him through the mud, raking him through the coals for his role in stealing government assistance money, welfare money from the people of Mississippi, right? Stealing all the bread from all the welfare money for himself in order to build a volleyball facility at his alma mater. And his daughter plays volleyball at his alma mater. So he's trying to look like he's the ultimate philanthropist and the ultimate humanitarian. And like he's just giving his own money to build a volleyball facility. But he was really stealing the funds, allegedly, stealing the funds from the Mississippi welfare. Right? And I saw that. I remember when I first heard about this story, I was like, yo, the nerve, the temerity of this dude. He's made like over $100-some million in his lifetime, not even counting the endorsements that he has. He's still getting bread and still don't want to give none of his money to a cause that he came out of his ass and pulled out like he want to do. Nobody told him to do that. He want to seem philanthropic by not spending his own money, but spending the poor people of Mississippi's money. The poor money that should be allocated to the people of Mississippi, which is one of the poorest states in the United States of America, right? Shannon Sharpe called Brett Favre out about it, called him a terrible person, terrible human being for even doing something like this, because how greedy, how selfish, how low can you be to steal from people who are some of the poorest people in the country? That's disturbing. It's vile. It's terrible. And it shows terrible character. Shannon Sharpe went and expounded upon that on his former show, FS1 Undisputed, with his former co-host, Skip Bayless. And it got a lot of clicks, a lot of views. It got a lot of interactions when we see in the clip of Shannon going off and berating Brett Favre, right? And Brett Favre did not like that Shannon was saying this because Shannon is a popular, extremely popular talking head on TV. And he was saying it on an extremely popular show, FS1 Undisputed, with Skip Bayless. So it was making his rounds because this stuff had been going on for a little minute. But when Shannon and certain other people talked about it is when it really started to take off amongst the public, because the public was watching Undisputed on a regular basis. So sometimes it was their first time hearing what was going on, or they were hearing murmurs about it, but they didn't have an idea of what happened until Shannon Sharpe elaborated on it and went in on Brett Favre. Now, the irony about this whole situation is that Shannon Sharpe's older brother, Sterling, was on the receiving end of many touchdowns from Brett Favre. Brett Favre is a teammate of Shannon Sharpe's big brother, who Shannon looks at like a father figure. But Shannon said, "To hell with that. Wrong is wrong. I don't give a fuck who you are. Stealing from people who are the poor and less fortunate, you're wrong. You're a despicable person." Brett Favre get mad trying to sue. Now, this is the thing too. This is really what shows you a person is a narcissist. You're allegedly stealing money, from the welfare in Mississippi from poor people, stealing money that should be allocated to poor people, especially during a time where the city of Jackson was experiencing a water crisis, right? You stealing money where their water was brown and all of that. You stealing money from people who's having these certain type of terrible poor living conditions to make yourself look good. But you don't want anybody to talk about you taking that money. You want them to sweep it under the rug and act like it don't happen. You don't want to be talked about when you did some criminal type stuff, allegedly, right? I'm like, yo, the level of narcissism, the level of, like, the nerve, man. Like, the lack of accountability from him is embarrassing. It's really disgusting, for real. And not only was Brett Favre out to sue Shannon Sharpe, he was also out to sue Pat McAfee. Right, Pat McAfee is a host of a very popular show. It's on ESPN now. Pat McAfee show, dope show, right? But Brett don't want any accountability for allegedly stealing welfare funds from the poor people of Mississippi. Like, and this is what he did when he motioned to try, like, he's going to sue Shannon. When he was suing Shannon, he thought that Shannon was going to just bow down to him, right? like Shannon was gonna bow down to his thieving ass, his alleged thieving ass, right? Yeah. He thought Shannon was gonna bow down to him and say, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want you to sue me. I'm sorry. What can I do to make this right? He thought Shannon was gonna go on TV and make a public apology and all of that. Shannon said, the hell with that. And the reason why Shannon Sharpe can say the hell with that is that Shannon pockets are deep enough to pay for great legal representation to get this whole situation dismissed, which is what happened. The defamation case, Brett Favre's defamation case against Shannon Sharpe was dismissed because Shannon had a great legal team, right? And Shannon like, yo, I'm not going to apologize for anything because if I apologize, it's going to make it look like I was in the wrong or I said something wrong and I know I didn't. I know that I spoke on behalf, I felt he spoke against something that Brett Favre allegedly did that is heinous. You know, and Brett don't want nobody to talk about it. Shannon shouldn't have been sued in the first place, but Brett don't want nobody to talk about what he's done or what he's allegedly done. He wanted it swept under the rug. He don't want any type of blowback from it. And that's not how life works at all. And he should be the main one that should know that with certain stuff he's found himself in, you know, with team trainers in the past and all that. Brother, you know, you should be one who knows stuff just get blown under the rug the way you want it to get blown under the rug. But yeah, man, I'm happy that the case against Shannon was dismissed because it shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. But Brett Favre, man, that dude is a piece of work. He's a real piece of work, and you're seeing what he really is. I mean, he always been a good old boy. You can tell by them goddamn Wrangler jeans on. Any motherfucker wearing Wrangler jeans on and cowboy hat, I know what you about, okay? I feel like for the most part... For the most part, brother, I know you got a Confederate flag sticker on the back of a pickup truck and you wear shades every single day and you wear shades in your profile pic with American flags all through your house that say things like we stand for this flag and bow for Christ, right? That's what stuff they say. They try to lean towards God to make it seem like kneeling, Colin Kaepernick kneeling was the most despicable thing ever done in this world when we've had terrible, despicable things done in our own country. Even though I'm proud to be in America and proud to be an American, we know that stuff in this country has not been all roses and dandelions, especially for Black American people, right? But yeah, Brett Favre is a good old boy. And a lot of the good old boys, they do a lot of lying. They're not accountable. They do a lot of cheating. They do a lot of vile things. And they don't want nobody to talk about it. They want to get away scot-free. They want to be able to do what they want to do with no consequences, no repercussions. They want to be above reproach, but no man is above reproach. You know Shannon Sharpe feel like that from from the teachings of his grandfather and his father and his grandmama. Right out his goddamn mind. But hey, hopefully the people of Mississippi have their day in court the same way Shannon Sharpe had. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.